Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we have a new edition of one of my cats. His name is Jack and he's so cute. But if you heard in my last Tuesday's mystery video, you might have heard me the scratching at the door, or me mentioning the scratching at the door. That was that little guy, because I'm filming these videos in a block. I'm just filming them all because I've researched them all on the block and I just want to record them all, edit them, and so I have them for the next couple weeks. Anyways, that doesn't matter. This is not what the point of this video is, but hello! Welcome to another mystery video. So, today we are going to be talking about the murder of Larissa Sam, and this case is just so bizarre, as there's not many theories. There's my other cat. There's not many theories that come out of this case. Like, there's one, and other than that, there's two, but let's just start. Well, we're gonna start with the basics. So, Larissa was a dancer, and I don't think I need to go into more depth about that. If you don't know what a dancer is, then okay, maybe you're too young. Anyways, little been filming a lot, so I'm kind of getting a little more energy going here. But so she was a dancer, and she this is weird. This was one weird that I found, because I usually go to multiple websites to get all my information, and then I take them all, I'll take a sheet and I'll record for information from one page, one website, and I'll combine all my websites together and to create one page, which is my notebook that I have here. But I found different sources. I had her missing poster. It said she's age 23, which I'll put up right here, and then or on my face. I want to put it right there, but it might not be big enough, so it might be covering me right now. And then I have investigators that she's 22, but then I also had websites that said she was 24. So I don't have her birthday on here, but I do have she disappeared on June 21st, 2015. Which was I think the early mornings of Father's Day. It was either, yeah, I think it was the early mornings of Father's Day. But she was 5'7", she had black hair with brown eyes, and I think at the time she disappeared she had red highlights, and I'm not sure if they were well, you can see it in the picture that I'll insert on here too as well. But she also had ice cream and candy chest tattoo, which I'll insert so you guys can see that, and you'll be able to if that tattoo looks familiar, maybe you'll be able to give them more information to police or local investigators. But so she was a mom. She had a 4-year-old son, and that's why this case is so weird, as many people don't believe she just up and leave her son. They believe something happened to her. She was in love with her son, as most moms are, and she just wouldn't just leave him without a mom. And I don't believe the dad was in the picture, so the child didn't have any more parents. But anyways, she was a dancer, and she finished her shift early in the morning, probably I think 2 or 3 in the morning, and she headed over to her uncle's house to get drinks and practice for her American Idol audition that she had in a few days. So she had the audition on June 23rd of 2015 because she played a guitar, and she was hoping that she'd go on American Idol, maybe get some recognition and get a better job than being a dancer, as that's not something she'd want to do long term, of course. That's just temporary until she could find something better and bigger, and that was her hopes of going on to American Idol. So she went over to her uncle's house. They, from what I've been able to find, they were drinking moonshine, and so she was over there, and then she just disappeared. The uncle said that he fell asleep, but that she left around 4:30 in the morning, which is weird. But I slept at 4:30, and she's drinking moonshine, and that was just that. And there was no solid information that proved that she left at 4:30, as he said that he was sleeping, so he couldn't exactly say oh, she left exactly at 4:37 and then I went to bed. He doesn't know. He's estimating the time. But they did find her car at an empty house in the driveway, which is weird. It wasn't in an abandoned parking lot or anything. It was at a house, so hopefully maybe they thought it would blend in more and nobody would recognize it, as it would just look like a car parked at a house, but the house was empty and the keys were still left in the ignition. Her phone and her credit cards were there, and the car had a flat tire. So that's also another reason why the car would stick out versus it just being like a regular car. The car had a flat tire. So that was weird. And there was neighbors that lived, I believe, across the street that got footage of her, not her, somebody like walking away from the vehicle at 5 in the morning, which would fit the time frame of like her leaving at 4:30 and someone walking away at 5. Like if they did something with her and then they parked a car there and then left at 5, like that's enough time to do something with someone, especially if it was like a group of people that like attacked her or something similar to that way. So that was that. That is the general information of like the actual case, and that's really all they have. Her parents and her family believe that she was just sex trafficked, that she had a flat tire and somebody came up to help her supposedly, and they abducted her for sex trafficking, ditched the vehicle, and she's gone. Especially, some people believe that this theory is possible as she was a dancer, so there might have been people in the, like the club or that place that she was working, and they would have been like scoping her out. Maybe they followed her to her uncle's house and were keeping tabs on her. So it's definitely very possible, and especially with her profession, I don't want to be like rude or condescending to that profession, but it's definitely more likely than that of like, I don't know, like a nursery like worker. Like they're more likely to be scoping out, especially like if there was like a prostitute on the side of the road, or more likely to get sex trafficked than somebody that works in like a high scale facility or like, you know, that kind of thing. And so it's definitely very possible. And another theory is that the uncle did something to her, that he was they were drinking moonshine. And so, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, moonshine isn't just like a regular alcohol you can like go and buy, but he could have easily done something to her moonshine, and she wouldn't have been able to tell that much because it's moonshine. And I believe, from what I've like learned, and well, not learned, from what I have heard and read up about moonshine, isn't like a consistent like ratios. It's like generally you add this and you get this drink, and you could easily slip in a few extra things that could drug someone or do something to them mentally that could inhibit them and mess with them. And another strange thing that happened with the uncle is he left for Michigan to pick up his wife a few days after she disappeared. So that's so suspicious, as he could easily have done something to her, saved her body for a couple days, and then drove up to Michigan, dumped it somewhere there, took his wife back home, and they'd never be able to locate her body. And so it's so suspicious, and I don't believe she was sex trafficked. I think it was too hard of a thing to maybe his uncle slash the tire to make it look like maybe she had a flat tire and she stopped to get help on the side of the road from somebody. But if that case you came from your uncle's house, wouldn't you just call your uncle and say, hey, I have a flat tire, can you come pick me up? I mean, even if he was sleeping, he hadn't been asleep for that long. Maybe, like half an hour if they saw somebody leaving the vehicle. So that part is suspicious to me. But another thing that came up was a serial killer. And there was 4 cases, and 2 of them, there's super loose connection between them, but they were all in the Midwest, and one of them was Crystal Rogers, who was a mom of 5, and she had her keys, her purse, and her phone that were still inside of the car, and she just upped and disappeared. And I believe she was on her way home from work as well, and she was just gone, and no one's been able to locate her. And she also was in love with her children, and she would never leave them, as she was a mom of 5. If you have, generally, parents with 5 kids, they are dedicated and devoted to those 5 children, as most parents are, but especially with 5, they take up a lot more time than just one child. But she loved all of her children, so she wouldn't just get up and disappear somewhere. And then there was a girl named, I think the last name Howard. I couldn't find a first name on that one. I'll leave the source down below that I got this connection off of. But she also, her car was found with a flat tire, and she was also intoxicated. So there are 2 connections that came in with Amber's case, or Larissa's case, I apologize. With this case, she was intoxicated and she had a flat tire. So that's a possibility that maybe these were all within the Midwest or lower. I believe one of them is in Kentucky, so I mean they're kind of generally in the same area, but other than that, those are That's it, guys. That she literally just up and disappeared, and no one's been able to hear from her or locate her. And it's kind of scary to think that maybe her uncle, someone that she trusted and went to practice her American Idol audition with, could have done something to her. And so, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any comments or questions or any more information, please leave them down below. If you have anything to correct me on, please, again, leave it down below, and so other people can clarify, and so I know personally. And don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Hopefully we can get some, I know I'm not a big YouTuber, but maybe we can broaden this, the views on this and get people to see this case, and maybe someone knows something or saw her that on the way, like on her way home, and maybe saw her on the side of the road with a flat tire. I don't know. But so I will talk to you guys later then. That's all I have. Bye, guys.